statue of Lenin. I have this lady, she won, look at her, what a superstar, my god. A Soviet rocket, Soviet attack helicopter, a Soviet fighter jet. I never realized how big these are, wow. And why does it have Persian architecture? All these buildings over here are former countries of the Soviet Union, so they made pavilions for them. If you're into Soviet history, this is where you want to come. They lost about almost 30 million people during World War II. Were it not for their manpower, the world would look extremely different today. Hello everybody and welcome back to another day in Moscow, Russia. Guys, it is 9 a.m. right now. I'm here at VDNKh. As you can see behind me, there's a beautiful arc over here. That is the entrance of this area. That is massive, guys. Like, this area is huge. So what this area focuses on, guys, it is mostly Soviet history, Soviet architecture, and everything Soviet. And I also think there's a lot of exhibitions here because for 9 a.m. there's a lot of people here. So I've never been here and I didn't really look into it before coming here because I wanted to be fresh when I discover everything. I didn't want to have things memorized. I don't like doing that stuff. I like finding out about it while I'm walking through it. So come along with me. Apparently there's somewhere really cool in here that resembles Versailles. Or does Versailles resemble here? I don't know, but let's go check it out together. Come along with me. As you can see, the detail is amazing here. Let me get closer. It's all along here, guys. I'll try to get as close as I can so you can get a better idea at the attention to detail. It is gorgeous. Wow. They did such a great job with this building. And over here, guys, you'll see P-O-C-C-N-R, Pockner. Basically, that's Russian in Cyrillic. That says Russia. As I mentioned before, guys, this property is massive, as you can see based on this map. So I'll try to get as much as I can, but I don't have too many days out here, so I don't want to look at every little thing in this massive property. I'll try to find all the important stuff and I'll show you guys everything. Right behind me is a beautiful structure again, and right in front of it there is a statue of Lenin. For those of you that don't know, he played a major role in the Soviet Union and the creation of the Soviet Union, so you'll see pictures and statues of him all around the country. You still see statues and pictures of him even in former Soviet Unions, which means they had a lot of respect for him. They also have some beautiful gardening over here. I told you guys it is pretty much 9:30 a.m. now, and for 9:30 a.m. there's a lot of people here. Het Nepoksoya. What does that mean, guys? You see the communist logo right there under the Russian flag, and there's some gentlemen pointing in different directions over there. It's just beautiful, guys. So right next to this building, guys, there's a lineup of medals from the Olympics that Russian athletes have won. So for example, over here we have this lady. She won, look at her, what a superstar, my god. She has 7 medals over here. Next to her we have another one. She has 5 medals. Over here, the only thing I could read is World Championships Kazan, Russia 2015. There. Okay, so let me see. So this is the Olympics. In 2012, she won medals. Okay, that's super cool, guys. And then you have this gentleman over here, which looks like he could be one of my cousins. He won 3 medals. I wonder what he won. So I see Tokyo. Ah, my eyes. I can't see that, but okay, it says FINA or Budapest 2017. And then it goes all the way down there too. There's many more. I actually missed it because I was busy looking at the structure over here. So if you guys want, you can see all the Olympic medals. The real ones, they look like they're actually legit, like not replicas, all along here. So I'm gonna head over this way and we're gonna go all the way around. You won't believe what I just found. Look at this. A Soviet rocket. And then next to it, there's a Soviet plane. And then over there, there's a Soviet helicopter. Whoa. Wow, there's even a fighter jet over there. There's so much stuff over here. So this is pretty much all the way in the back. I'm gonna go around this way and show you guys everything as I discover what's here. But wow, I'm happy I came all the way back here. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but a lot of the buildings are still closed. Like, it is 10:10 now, and still a lot of the buildings are not open. So hopefully by the time I go around back to the front, some of them open up. I would love to see inside because I don't think I'm gonna come back here during my trip. Wow, and you could get really close to this plane, guys. Like extremely close. I wonder if there's information about what kind of plane it is. I'm guessing this is the information, but I can't read Cyrillic. Wow. That's cool. Isn't it cool that you could get so close to it, guys? Like you could go right under it, all around it. Wow, it's actually really big. Not a small plane at all. Right over here, guys, really cool Soviet attack helicopter. I'm sure usually it's open because as you can see there's a little gate here with steps where you could probably go inside, but it's not open right now, which sucks, just my luck. But let me get up close. I'm just gonna let this guy take his picture over here and then I'll get a little bit closer. I don't want to ruin his picture. And I think that's enough for him. Now he's dragging it on. So I'm gonna get close without stepping on this beautifully groomed grass, guys. Wow. Look at this over here. Wow, this is such a big helicopter. It's massive. Look at, you gotta see the size of these wings. Holy smokes. It almost touches the top of this wall over here. Wow. Massive, 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 massive. A Soviet fighter jet. Isn't that cool? And here are the rockets. So there's one big rocket and then there's a smaller one here. Obviously it's on both sides. And guys, I never realized how big these are. Wow. So I just went over here to this museum and it's also closed, but I got in and they said they actually open at 10:45. I've been here for like over an hour right now, so I actually thought everything would open at 10 a.m. 10:45 is such an odd number, guys. Why are you opening at 10:45? But anyways, it's my fault for not doing my research. Let me show you this before I go. So this is a real rocket. Excuse my pronunciation, guys, but this is called the Vostok, and it is the real rocket. So right there, it says B-O-C-T-O-K. So I guess the C in Cyrillic is pronounced S, but if you read that in English, it just says Boktok. And yeah, this is the real rocket. It's just here on display with some music in the background. Again, massive. You know, the Soviets achieved a lot during their time. I feel like I've been saying wow this whole vlog, but wow. This is beautiful. I've never seen something like this, guys. I have no idea what this building is, but let's see if it's open. Let's see what it says. Oh, Tuesday to Sunday. Okay, perfect. This one's fine in English. Museum for Cyrillic. I'm not sure. Maybe Russian language? I'm not sure. But it opens at 11 a.m. Pavilion of the Ukrainian SSR. Okay, so this is about literature, I believe. All right, here. Originally, the pavilion showcased the economic achievements of the Ukrainian SSR. Wow, that's cool. That's cool, guys. This used to be a pavilion showing the achievements of Ukraine during the Soviet Union, the Ukrainian SSR. And over there you have the communist symbols. Wow, there's so much detail here. They have the same history almost. Like these guys lived amongst each other for so many years. I hope they find peace one day. And right in front of the building that showcases Ukrainian achievements and literature is this beautiful fountain, guys. My God, it is massive. And you know what? You actually get a nice cold breeze coming from here because of the fountain. I guess the wind blows through it and you get a nice cold breeze. And everyone's just here taking pictures and enjoying the weather. Also along here you can see these trees that are perfectly groomed, guys. Now there's one building I see here that looks really Persian to me. I'm gonna walk up to it and see what it is. Building here, guys, I don't know why, but this is all Persian architecture and design. I'm not sure what this building is though. What is this building? And why is it here? Wow, it is such a beautiful building though. My God, it is gorgeous. If any of you guys know what this building is, let me know. And why does it have Persian architecture? It's beautiful. The colors, everything is just phenomenal. I'm a little bit biased too because I'm Iranian, but it is nice, guys. And there's some other buildings over here. I'm guessing because they're all in different shapes, I'm guessing they all might be different countries. like different pavilions for each country. Ah, look how beautiful this is. Oh my god. Whoever does the landscaping here should get an award. Look how big this fountain is here, guys. My god. Wow, look at this building, guys. I wish it was open. As you can see over there, it says Uzbekistan, which is the proper way to spell it. I'm not sure why it's spelled with the U everywhere else, but that's how you pronounce it, guys. And they spelled it the exact way you pronounce it. It's under construction right now, but look how beautiful it is, guys. For those of you that don't know, this color is actually called firuze. And it's very famous in Iran and Central Asia. You'll see many of the countries in those areas with this color. And wow, these guys have done a fantastic job. It's not open right now, it's under renovation, but wow, this is the biggest pavilion I've seen for a country. Look how beautiful that is. Wow, it is gorgeous. So over here they have it written in Latin, and then over there they have it written in Cyrillic. Wow, this thing is massive. I'm not sure who this is. There's a lady over here, and then there's a gentleman over there. I'm sure once it opens there'll be more information, but currently it's all under renovation. I'm actually curious who pays for these renovations. Is it the government of Russia or is it the government of Uzbekistan? That'll be interesting to know. And then right over there you see Uzbekistan's symbol. So when you go to Uzbekistan, you'll see that symbol everywhere. All these buildings over here are former countries of the Soviet Union, so they made pavilions for them. So for example, one is Kazakhstan over there, and the one I was just at was Uzbekistan. Over there it says Armenia, but in Cyrillic, I just found out. So that says, if I try to read Cyrillic, to me that says up Mener, which I don't know how they pronounce Armenia in Russian, but I know Armenians call themselves Hai, and they call their country Hayastan. Each one of these also represents a former Soviet country. If you're into Soviet history, this is where you want to come when you visit Moscow. Wow, guys, I finally found the pavilion that's open. So this is the Armenian one. You're gonna see churches. So that's typical Armenian church. That's how it looks. And Armenians are, I believe, the first country to accept Christianity, if I'm not mistaken. You guys let me know, but that's how Armenian churches look like. They're actually beautiful. I've been to a couple Armenian churches before, and they're all very nice. Armenians are super proud of their religion and their history. And here is how the inside looks. Again, guys, this is your typical design for an Armenian church. You could find them all around the Caucasus region. You could even find them in the Middle East. In Iran, there's a lot of them. They have them in Syria and Lebanon. Armenians are all over. And then another thing that's famous in Armenia is their wine. Apparently they have really good wine. I haven't had it before, but I do know it's famous. And then over here, I see it says Ararat, which is a famous Armenian word. I believe there's actually a mountain named Ararat that is very special to Armenians. So all around, guys, you see different stores, souvenirs, wine shops that you could visit. That's the Armenian flag. I'm not sure what that image is over there on top of the Armenian flag, but the Armenian flag today is just the red, blue, and orange. For those of you that don't know, Armenia's been going through some stuff recently. They've been at war, and there's been skirmishes with their neighbor Azerbaijan. During the Soviet times, none of that stuff existed. For the most part, everything was friendly and peaceful. Much better times for the Armenians than recent days. And even here, guys, again, there's more of the medals from all the Olympians. There's so many medals that these women over here have, my god. And as you can see, guys, it's much busier now, so I guess I'm the only person in this whole area that came early. I was probably here with just the workers and I didn't even know it. If you come here, come at 11 a.m. Don't come at 9:30 or 9:20 like I came. I don't know if many of you know this or not. Well, you probably don't know this actually, especially if you're from North America. The Soviets, so not just the Russians, the whole Soviet Union, so all the former Soviet states, all the people, they lost about almost 30 million people during World War II. Were it not for their manpower, the world would look extremely different today. Who knows where Hitler's army would be today? Everything would look completely different. 30 million people got sacrificed for how the world looks today. So there's just one more structure I want to see. I'm going to walk towards it. it's actually not inside here. It's all the way over there, guys. I want to see how close I could get to it. As you can see, the crowds are coming in. And this property is massive. So I've been here for about 2 hours and I've barely seen anything. Mind you, most of it was closed, but if it was open, I'd probably have to spend like easily half a day here, easily. Right when I thought the crowd finished, another batch came. And over here you see BK, which is still operating here. To me that looks like a Whopper. Man, I haven't had a Whopper in so long, I would love one. Oh god, I'm about to walk into a wall of people. Whew, I made it out. A museum for astronomy. So it's a ways before that, not too far, about like a 5 to 10 minute walk. And look at the outside, guys. I'm not sure when this was built, but wow, it's beautiful. So I think I could actually get up here and go right under that. So over there, there's a spaceship, I'm assuming, right at the top. I don't know if you could see it or not. It might be too hard for the camera to catch that. And this is the museum. To be fair, everybody's walking past it, so I'm not sure how good the inside is, but the outside looks beautiful. So for those of you that don't know, not only were the Soviets extremely helpful during World War II against the enemy, so the Soviets were mainly known for World War II and the Cold War. The last war they fought was the war against Afghanistan, which didn't go too well. And over here it says 1957, and over here it says 1961, but it's written in Cyrillic, so you guys let me know what this signifies. Gonna give you guys a closer shot. Wow, these are some big boy steps over here. Those are Soviet steps. I'm too short for these Russian guys. But anyways, here's a close-up. You know what's crazy? As I get closer, I feel the heat hitting me more. I wonder if the sun is just beaming off this and beaming back in my face. Wow, it's so much hotter here right now. So this is how many lines are in the Moscow subway, guys. So it starts off with this circle over here, and this is the main part of Moscow over here. And then there's more circles and up and lines going up and down. It's massive. It's crazy, guys. It's unbelievable. It has to be one of the biggest in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that tour of all that Soviet history, guys. That place is so rich in Soviet history. Make sure you add it to your list of places to see if you do come to Moscow, because it is worth the visit. Just don't make the same mistake as me. Get there for about 11 a.m. If you have any information on something that I showed that maybe I didn't know what it was, let me know down in the comment section. Anyways, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.